And we're live. Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Cataclysm. We're having a Cataclysm stream today instead of a RimWorld stream because I got my computer back. Huzzah. And let me introduce my players because we didn't do that last time because I was so excited to play. I fucking forgot. You see a theme there. Might possibly be a trend, a theme. In the left-hand corner, we have Nightmare playing Namriel. Nightmare, say hi.
Hello.
And in the right-hand corner, slightly behind a big butthole, is Wicked Aria playing Yabrana. Wicked, say hi.
Evening. Did you just call me a butthole?
Oh, I said behind a big butthole.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah. I just thought it was funny. Tonight we're getting into the start of the finale of season 1 of the Cataclysm. So we're gonna get into it. This may be a multi-part finale, just depending on how everything falls out tonight. But here we go. Getting right on into it. Last time on D&D, our adventurers actually did the cooking competition, and they all 3 dishes passed. Yabrana started off strong with a net frickin' 20 of all things to start her campaign back on. And through a series of picking, testing, palate testing, Namriel trying to heat up a blade and stab a crab, and it didn't work. He ended up having to bonk it on its head. They managed to cook 3 amazing dishes. 2 were legendary quality and 1 was god tier. I didn't even have a tier, but 10 points above my highest tier, we had to name it something else. So the judges, after not saying a single thing during the judging, but all having very visceral reactions to the food, have come out and announced that, you know, it's done, everybody's finished.
Hold on, we're recording, baby.
Giddy.
Love you. Love you more. I love you. What are we doing?
Sorry about that.
No worries. As you guys step out of the tent, we decided that we were going to go ahead and power run through the last of the contestants. We have the Gnome Bard with 1 dish competing. We have the Blue Dwarf with 2 dishes competing. We have our favorite person, Carlisle's team, with 2 dishes competing. We have Lucy with 2 dishes competing, and then we have Ricky with 1 dish competing. Everybody else was either flunked out and or was caught cheating. You guys have the rest of the day until 12 o'clock tomorrow before the finale begins. You are free to do whatever you please. This is the state of the board at this time. The board is yours.
I would like to leave. Can we leave this area? You said we could, right?
Yeah, we can.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I got a thing to do.
All right. I'll take you.
Check on.
Namriel, are you good with leaving the map too? Is there something else you want to do before I move you over?
Fine with me.
All right. You guys re-enter the city of Nebrat. And I do believe I have you guys up toward the top. It seemed like Carlisle and his cronies have the same idea. Everybody else is still outside of the Malaysian, and you guys left your party at the inn.
That's where I'm headed. Because I got all my components, right?
Yeah, except
to remove the bracelet.
Yeah, except for BV's blood.
Oh yeah, that's right. But we made it in top 3, so I can get it now.
You made it to the finals.
Fucking shit. Where's my
It's
bird?
not even. It's not even a competition we have to worry about. It's something else.
Where's my bird and my rat? Want them.
So who has Vivi?
Not it.
Lucy. We might need to go back and get him. John, go get Vivi.
All right. So as you guys walk out of the competition, you guys lose track of Vivi.
Shit, we gotta go back.
No. Don't need him.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
My shit ain't moving around. All right, Lulu, I'm going back.
All right, and
my controller ain't moving right.
You guys move back to the competition grounds.
All right, I go and grab Vivi and tell him sorry, buddy. Gotta go.
As you go up to Vivi, he's actually talking with Ricky and Lucy. He sees you, he comes right over to you, and he's like, "Oh no worries.
You guys have fun. I'm out. Dip."
And you dip back in, and this time you have a Vivi with you. Let me go.
Now I want my rat and my bird.
All right. You walk up to the inn. At 6 o'clock, everybody is in the outside pavilion eating a Bordel stew for dinner.
Like, Czar, can I have my bird, please?
Zara looks down at her shirt and pulls out a blue cloth pocket thing that Namriel had given her earlier. Inside is a sleeping bird. They look fine.
Cute.
She hands you the bird.
Right. I'm going to go get Nicodemus from Alyssa. And I'm going to check her bindings while we're here.
Okay. Roll an investigation on the bindings, please.
Fucking open, you piece of shit.
Nightmare, while Yabrana's going to back and forth and going to, what are you doing?
I don't even know. I'm just ready for this competition to be over. I'm just walking around.
Okay. If you see a building or anything that interests you or someone that you like to talk to, please let me know. Yabrana,
Noted.
you take a look at the bracer that's around Alyssa's arm. You notice that the cloth underneath is fraying again.
I'm gonna use some of the remaining cloth strips that I have, and I'm gonna replace them.
Okay. The bracer seems to be just fine. It's just the cloth underneath it was singed.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and replace the cloth. The longer I can keep the bracer intact, the better.
You replace the cloth, no worries.
All right. Anybody find out anything interesting while we were gone?
Barrett says, define interesting.
Anything beyond the scope of normal?
My sister and brother are here.
Interesting. Why would that be?
I don't know. They were escorted into the Malaysian.
And who said that?
That's Barrett.
I thought I recognized the lady at the table from the little hint that you gave us.
If I had to reckon a guess, I would say that she's a guest taster or a guest judge.
Maybe.
It's
Although that still doesn't assist us because, I mean, I wouldn't want people to speculate an existing relationship. Well, nobody would know. Nobody's recognized Barrett. He wasn't part of the cooking. Should be fine.
as you're talking to Barrett, Vivi goes up to John and starts whispering in his ear loudly. You look over Nicodemus. Nicodemus seems perfectly fine.
Sweet. I'm gonna snuggle him.
Zara looks at you and goes, "Where's the golden cheese man?"
Fuck if I know.
Barrett, you're on
I didn't
babysitting
realize,
duty. Zara begins to
I didn't
wander
realize
off.
my token isn't even on the map.
I'm sorry, Nightmare?
My token didn't exist.
Yeah, it did. It's up top here. Well, I'll delete it.
Where? Oh. Deleted.
Zara sees you because I'm assuming you walked up to the party.
Yeah.
She sees you and goes, "Well, there they are. Allow me to introduce you. Mouse, you know. The little one he's holding is Lillian. And the other one is Jenna."
Interesting.
Great. More children to look after.
We're not keeping them.
I mean, we might.
Well, I haven't had
Damn
a chance to find anybody to actually watch them after we're gone, but they are bathed and presentable, and also deloused and spelled for a lot of minor inconveniences that are being taken care of.
Nice. Let's see. What's everybody's plans while we wait? Did that guy just run away?
Light something on fucking fire.
No. Why are you moving people? It's freaking me out, man.
They're just coming and going from the inn.
Okay, I thought that they were. I thought that they were just parts of the map. I didn't know they were movable.
Yeah,
They freaked me out for a second.
They're movable. Little chibi guys.
It's like, what the fuck?
John looks at you both and says,
You filmed that like the first time we hit this map. I just remembered.
"I did. I moved the town crier in a couple of the nights."
You know I don't have memory.
John speaks up and says, "I think I'm going to take this little guy to bed. He seems like he's had a very, very exciting day." He scoops Vivi up in his arms and takes them both into the inn.
Interesting.
There's a couple of things that you guys can do. It's 6 o'clock in the evening. The shops are almost closing up. You guys can see if there's any shopping that you want to do. You guys can call it a night and start again at the beginning of the tasting tomorrow.
I got a decent amount of money. Is there a blacksmith around here?
There is, in fact, a blacksmith. That'll be this shop right there.
All right.
I'm actually going to run with you on that.
I'm going to go visit the blacksmith. You know what? I'm gonna bring Alyssa with me.
Alyssa sees you nod, and she comes with. You open the door to the blacksmith shop, and it's exactly how you'd imagine a blacksmith shop would be. There are a couple of showpieces to the front that are installed in the wall. They have the red velvet in the background. They're hung up. There are no prices on them, and they are beautiful. One is a double-sided battle axe that looks like it could possibly be wielded by a giant. It is enormous. It takes up the majority of one section of the wall. On the other side of the wall, there are two items. One is a long, delicate rapier. Its filigree is twisted to the point where it looks like vines, as the majority of the blade is slim and tapered, almost like a fencing weapon. Very close. The second thing that's on that wall is a set of wing armor. It does look like it's appeared to be either part of maybe a smaller dragon or maybe a lizard race that has wings. But it is a delicately crafted piece of armor. And it looks like it is made out of actual dragon scales. Now, whether or not they're actual dragon scales, you won't know until you touch the item. But the colors on it are almost rainbow in their reflection. It's very unique.
Crystal dragon. It would have to be one of the crystals.
Looks pretty cool.
There's nobody at the counter, but in the back of the shop, you can hear a tonk tonk ting, tonk tonk ting, of somebody actively working at a forge.
I'll browse around while I wait. I'm patient.
When you get closer
I
to...
want to try and pick up the axe.
Okay, the axe is encased in a glass case that's on the wall.
Do you have any armor pieces?
Multiple and scattered. Namriel, that double-bladed axe is in a glass display case mounted to the wall. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna wait for the shopkeep.
Look, you peruse the site. There are multiple pieces of different types of armor, ranging from everything from cloth gambeson to some kind of black material that you might think might be stone. It might be metal. You're unsure. The standard silver, bronze, brass.
I'm looking for things that might be enchanted and look very strong.
Give me a perception check or an arcana check, whichever one you'd like. Oh, never mind. You rolled an investigation.
Like my investigation?
No, I did not see your investigation. I was on the other tab.
Daddy.
I'll help with that shit.
Double nats. Fuck my life. Okay. Let's start with Yabrana's. Yabrana, there is a delicate piece of hand mail that is to your right. It looks like it's buried half-ass in a barrel. It looks like they seem to be odds and ends. It's a very delicate woven silver on a leather gambeson. It is too nice to be in a throwaway bucket. Namriel.
Touch them.
Excuse me?
I'm going to pick them up and look at them.
I thought you said that. Constitution saving throw, please.
Why you guys say it like that?
You know why. You know what you did. Constitution saving throw, please.
Don't put shit out that I'm going to want to touch with my hands. I thought I clicked the button. I'm going to give it a second and see. If not, that would be a 9.
So, you have picked up an item that was cursed.
Sweet.
Good news for
I
you.
don't have.
Good news for you. The curse is so old and broken, it tries to meld to you, but it doesn't get a good hold. You hear a snick, kind of like in the middle of your back. You hear a snick, and in the middle of the back, you kind of feel a pop and a release. Kind of like somebody giving you a really good back rub, and it just kind of got that one sore spot that popped. That item is named. You ready? Because you want to write this down. Graves of Alana.
Oh.
You only have one.
Can I see if I can find the other?
And you can I can tell you from the investigation, there's only the one.
Interesting. I'm going to hold on to it while I peruse.
I wasn't done with my explanation.
Oh, sorry. Excuse me. I'm sorry.
With your investigation, you know that these are called the Graves of Alana. You also know that they're immediately attuned to you. They do not take up an attunement slot, but they are attuned to you. They have an ability to either I'm going to give you the option. You can either pick a leveled spell to your level to store in it, or I can roll on the table for a level spell to be put in it.
Okay, if you roll on the table, if I already have the spell.
I roll again.
Okay, because I have a lot of spells.
I know.
Druids get a ridiculous amount of spells.
That's why I gave you the option. And you don't have to choose now, but you will have to choose before next session or before you get in combat.
I would say let's table it. Let's roll for it.
All right. What level are you? 10?
Yeah.
One second, let me pull my table up. This is one I got saved on my phone.
So it's how often does it store the spell? Like, is it a one and done?
No, it's an attuned item, so it'll do it. It's kind of like you use it once, and it takes probably about 7 days to recharge because it is almost broken.
Okay.
So once every 7 days.
That's actually really good. I'd say just store a spell on that. Don't cast often. Boom.
Sorry, guys.
I like that one.
So you're level 10, so that's third level spells, right?
Level 10, I have up to 5 level spells.
And we're hitting the randomizing button now.
Now, does that negate the casting time because it's stored?
Yes.
Okay, fabulous.
Okay, so this is Steel Wind Strike.
Let me check. What does it do?
All right, so it's a 5th level conjuration spell. You flourish the weapon used in casting and then vanish to strike like the wind. Choose up to 5 creatures you can see within range. Make a melee spell attack against each target on hit. Each takes 6d10 force damage. You can then you can then teleport to an unoccupied space you see within 5 feet of one of the targets you hit or missed.
I'll take that.
All right, I'm going to copy it and send it to you in chat so that way you have it on hand. Now, to Namriel's Arcana. Namriel, you are absolutely blinded by the aura coming off the wings. But there's something more subtle. There's something more compelling. You look around, you try to find it, and you see it very high on top of the shelf behind the counter that you cannot reach. There is what appears to be an orb of some kind. To you, it gives a quite quick little pulse. Enough to grab your attention from the blinding light that's coming off the wing armor.
Okay, now I got a question.
Yes.
Based on that arcana, can I tell what type of magic it's emitting?
You can. That's a nat 20. You could tell that it's definitely something conjuration based. But as for the specifics of it, you're not sure. You don't know whether or not it was made.
I'm not worried about this.
You don't know whether or not it was made by conjuration or it can cast conjuration. You're not sure. That's the flavor that you get, though.
I'm not worried about that. It's not a dark energy like for necromancy, is it?
Absolutely not. It's just conjuration. There is no light or dark to it. It's just...
That's all I needed to know. What about the wings?
The wings...
Or the winged armor?
The wings are glowing in your sight like somebody has casted the sun down and placed it into the room. It is most definitely dragon scale. For sure. It's most definitely amethyst dragon scales. For sure.
Did I not call it when we first heard the description of it? It was a gem. It was a gem dragon or a crystal dragon. Oh, amethyst dragon. What is that? Give me 2 seconds. I'm doing a little bit of reading. All right. Can I physically touch the armor?
No, it is inside a glass case.
I figured that much.
Not to contribute to your delinquency, but have you checked to see if the case is locked?
No, I haven't. Is the case locked?
Roll an investigation, please. It doesn't appear to have a physical lock, no.
Can I try to open it?
Absolutely, you can.
I would like to, then.
Which case are you opening?
I'm going to open the one with the armor.
You open it and immediately hear, wah, 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 wah. It stops only when a big, burly bear of a man walks out the back and goes, can I help you?
I'm sorry, sir. I
don't
did
know
not mean
him.
to disturb you. Nowhere did I know that that would happen. I just wanted to get a closer look at the armor. My apologies.
You didn't run. You apologized. I accept. Now, how can I help you?
You want to go first, Your Honor, or should I? Because I've got two things on my ball.
I'll take this, but I also have a question as I hold out the grieve.
That piece of trash? You could have it.
Yes.
What's your question?
Oh. I have I'm in need of an item that can negate a magical item. It needs to be in the form of a glove or a bracer and should come all the way up from the hand to the elbow.
You need an anti. You need a item enchanted with anti-magic. I say out
Something
loud.
that can't burn or break.
How long will it need to be on for?
I don't know. Hopefully not long, but if circumstances can't be met, it might need to last a while.
Any idea what spell or item you're covering?
I don't know precisely. It's like a reconnaissance spell, kind of like if you speak near it, it can hear and report back, but it can't. I don't think it can see.
Well, I don't have anything that'd be permanent or semi-permanent or last any time, though. But I do have a couple of bits of leather bracer that's been charmed. That may work.
I'll take whatever you have.
I have a set of 2. Now, they'll change color when they start to fade. As long as they're blue,
Okay.
you're good to go. The second they turn pale, they're done. I'd estimate, depending on the strength of whatever you're covering, anywhere between 7 to 14 days. They're a bit pricey, though.
What's your definition of a bit?
Well, we'll hold off on that in just a second because your friend was looking at that bit of armor over there.
I told you I don't know him.
Really?
That's a damn lie. She does.
My transaction and his transaction are in no way, shape, or form intertwined.
Duly noted.
And yet we're both here looking for similar stuff.
It's 16 gold per bracer.
16 gold. Damn, I don't have that. Let's see. What do I have? Okay, I can't remember. Did we ever denote what gems I had in that bag
No, you don't.
that I stole?
No, you don't. But we do know that there are so many gems in that bag. You can use that as a bargaining chip.
Okay. I have to keep my amethyst separate. I'm gonna do something dumb. I'm gonna step forward. I'm gonna pull the amethyst out and I'm gonna put it in my miniature bag of holding.
Done.
The one that can only hold like really small stuff.
Yeah. The same one you got the tooth in, right?
Yeah.
Done.
And I'm going to dump the gems out on the counter and I'm like, would any of these come to 16?
It looks down and goes, maybe. a moment. He reaches up under the countertop and he's rummaging for something. He comes out and he's holding a stick. It's not a very, very, pompous stick. I mean, there's nothing engraved on it. It looks like it's just a simple oak stick. It's not even that, good looking. I mean, it's kind of short to be like a wand. It's probably about 4 inches long. It's not coated in anything. It doesn't have anything around it. There's a simple sigil carved under his thumb. You could tell that's a sigil because you can see the outline of it, but you can't see what the sigil actually is. He taps the counter in the center of the gems as 3 gems spring up. One's a red carnelian. One's you thought was an amber citrine, which might actually be a genuine piece of amber. And the third one is a very, very clear piece of quartz. White in color. He grabs them as they jump, looks at him, goes, "I'll take these and 2 gold."
Fair.
Dang.
Wonderful.
How many gems does that leave me with?
So you had 27, you lost 3, that's 24. And you need to keep track of this shit, butthole.
That's what you're for.
I am not here to manage your own individual inventories. The only reason I knew you had 27 because that had 7 in it.
She's right. That is kind of what
The
you're
important part is you remembered.
It's my campaign. Of course I'm going to fucking remember, okay? But don't rely on me for it because I'll mix it up.
I updated it. I'm still keeping the amethyst separate.
Yep.
I hand him the 2 gold. That takes me from 7 gold down to 5. And I scoop up my gems and put them back in the bag and pocket them.
He nods and then says, "All right, well, tell your not friend it's his turn."
It's your turn, bitch. Good luck affording
I
it.
will blow your mountain to fucking hell and back.
You can try.
Challenge accepted.
I'm gonna put on the greave as well since it is now mine. Is it a left or right-handed?
It could be either hand. The greave doesn't have a thumb slot, so it's meant to go over your first 4 fingers.
Gotcha. It's like rings that rest on your fingers and then go over to your wrist.
Right, with a leather padding,
Like an 80s mesh glove.
Very much so. Could it go on either hand?
Okay, I'm gonna put it on the left.
It molds to your hand like it was made for you.
Appreciate it. And I take the greaves and I'm gonna take Alyssa outside for a second, and I'm gonna replace her greave with the new one, with one of the new ones. I mean the bracer. Sorry.
As you slide the bracer on, this one does have finger holes, but again, it could be used for either hand. It goes up right to her elbow, and it's a simple pull tie to tighten it. The bracer is a blight blue, like eye-catching blue. It's very pretty.
All right. I'm gonna ask, is it too tight?
She signs tighter.
I'm looking at her face.
She signs tighter.
Okay. I pull it tighter. Good.
She nods her head, goes okay, and then she signs to you. I won't be able to repay you.
Don't worry about that.
She signs, but between me and Mac and kids, and she's picking up speed faster and faster. It's like Vivi's verbal tick got into her hands. She's very concerned about being.
I'm gonna grab her hands so that she stops.
She stops.
Like, go back to Czar. We're good.
She nods her head, and then she proceeds to walk back toward the hotel.
And I'm going to step back into the shop because I want to see what's about to go down.
Numriel, the blacksmith is just staring at you. Patiently.
Oh. How much are you selling the armor for? If you're even selling something that well made.
Oh, I'm selling it all right. Just haven't had anybody come close to my offer.
And what's your price on it?
300 platinum. Not a platinum less.
I literally squeak when he says the number.
What about 299 platinum and 9 gold?
You
Nope.
have 299 platinum.
I say jokingly.
Oh, okay. I was like,
Didn't even let me finish.
sorry, I was startled.
No, I get it.
Well, it's either that or the other thing. And again, I haven't had anybody ever come close to my offer.
What's the other thing?
What do you mean the other thing?
I found that armor by chance. Pure dumb fucking luck. That armor was somebody's, and I can't figure out whose. Now I know that it's a who and not a what, because there's a name engraved on it that I can't read. I've had everybody come up, try to read it, so I've had some lie and give me bullshit.
Let me take a look at it. Let's just say well versed in language.
You're more than welcome to, but do me a favor.
Yes, sir.
Back up a bit.
I'd take a couple steps back.
Blacksmith goes to the cabinet and he takes a charm from around his neck and he waves it in front of the glass. The glass disappears. There is a hook pulley system that allows him to grab a hook and pull the armor down where it does not ever touch the ground, but it's pulled away from the wall to display. And what a display it is. The glints of amethyst and crystal and that jet black outline on the scales that make up the swing armor is unbelievably gorgeous. It's enough to take your breath away. But what you couldn't see in the cabinet, and as the lever, the pulley system is released, as the back of the armor comes across back away from the rest, you can see in some strange writing written on the back a name.
Can I tell roughly what language it is?
Yeah, I need you to do me a double roll. I need an arcana and a religion.
That's a 19 arcana. And you said what? Religion?
Yep. You know what that script is, however, you can't read it.
So, question,
What
Lulu.
script is it? Oh, hold on. I have a way to fix this. What script is it?
The script is ancient Tortalian. Like, well, I mean, we already used Alana. Alana's day Tortalian.
Boom. Done. I can read it.
You have to touch it, though.
Okay, hold on. Would you mind if I touched the armor so I could actually read that? I'm fixing to use one of my spells.
Oh, yeah, there's a fee for that.
Comprehend languages.
Yeah, there's a fee for that. If you want to touch it, it's 20 gold.
20 gold.
Do you not see what a spectacular masterpiece this is?
It's scales from a crystal dragon, I know.
I have an idea.
What is it? What?
So you remember when I got to pick 3 languages to learn and I only picked 2?
Mm-hmm. Do it. Please. I am begging.
Well, that would be up to the DM's discretion whether or not I'm allowed. Because technically, it's not a language listed in the ability to learn. Because I learned Thieves' Cant and
Kobold, which is not a language listed to
Kobold.
learn. I told you
Oh,
guys.
that's true.
I told you guys if it's a language in my campaign, you can learn it. You have
All
one.
right.
You have one.
Wait.
You have one squirreled away. I will absolutely allow you to use that.
Yeah, I took the feat language proficiency, which allowed me to choose 3 languages,
And you only pick 2.
but I only chose 2 because you said I could hold it.
And you're positively correct.
Then I want to learn Ancient Tortalian. I am a scholar.
You brush as you look at the writing on the armor, something in your mind niggles at you. You've seen that writing before. You've studied that writing before. You know what that name is.
Tell it to me, but text it.
I can do that.
That's fucked up. So I'll just pay the 20 gold and learn it myself.
Do you have 20 gold?
I have 29.
Oh. Well, it's still a win for me because you waste your money. Okay, you can say it out loud. It's not who I thought it was.
The name on the armor is Nemaya.
I'm going to tell the blacksmith. I was like, I know the name.
Bullshit.
I'm not lying.
Okay. Before I let you say that, let me give you a warning. This thing's supposed to light up like it's fucking Christmas when the name of its owner is muttered. I did get at least that far in my inspections of it. No further, but I did. If you're wrong, not only will I beat your ass, I will have you kicked out and abroad. How
Deal.
sure? What's the name?
Namaya.
The second the last syllable leaves your mouth, the armor explodes into color. The armor tries to fly to you, but there's nothing for it to hold on to. And it crumples in the floor.
Why did it have nothing to hold on to? Is it safe to pick up?
Wanted that armor.
I'm
Damn.
going to pick it up. I doubt it'll fit me, buddy.
You can't touch it. Every time you try to grasp it, it feels like there's nothing for you to hold.
Yabrana, would you mind if I said the name?
No, do it. I was just experimenting.
Maya.
The armor begins to glow again. Pristine, crystalline, as it hovers over your shoulders, waiting.
What do you mean by hovers over my shoulders?
Keep in mind, you're in your dragonborn form. You don't have wings. It's wing armor.
Oh, it's wing
Come on,
armor.
people.
It's armor for wings. We're fucking dumb. Can he touch it though? Because he's dragonborn?
I reach up and try and touch it. Or reach to whatever and try and touch it.
As you try to touch the armor, the same thing happens. It slips through your grasp and falls to the floor.
I extend my wings and say it again.
Say it, please.
Namaya.
This time, the armor is slow getting up. It slowly begins to glow and slowly hovers over your shoulders. And then, as it makes contact with your wings, I need to do me a couple of rolls, please. I need a con save.
Oh, fuck. That's a 22.
Nice.
All
Let's
right.
keep going.
I need a D100. And
26.
I need a religion roll.
Come on, don't fail me now. That's a 12.
You are not taken over by the spirit that resides in the armor.
Ugh.
However, you get a
fuck.
bombshell of a message. The owner of this armor died, preventing a catastrophe, the likes of which the world had never seen before, nor since. This person that wielded this armor died about 10 years ago. They
Only 10
gave.
years ago.
They. I'm so sorry. Go ahead. Oh, you're taking notes. All right. So
yeah, I got to the point where it running a catastrophe the world had never seen before.
this dragon was the last of the amethyst dragons on this plane. They sacrificed their life to stop the gong.
And sacrifice their life.
To stop.
Sacrifice their life.
To stop the gong. Gong.
Yeah. All right.
You get a warning from your god. It's coming.
I think we should have just left it alone.
In my head, I say, "What's coming?"
You don't get a response.
Fuck. Well, that was interesting.
As all of this is happening, the blacksmith is on his knees, kneeling in his shop, staring at the armor that is now encasing your wings. Numriel, those wings are part of your armor. You get a +3. It's basically a legendary plus to your AC. But your wings have to be extended, and they're also now part of your wings. They can disappear and reappear as your wings do, but you now have amethyst scale male wing armor.
Wait, so I can put my wings up and pull them back out, but they stay on my wings.
Yeah, they cannot be removed. You didn't get taken over by Nemaya. But those are a cursed bounded item. There's no getting rid of them.
I retract my wings back in. That was curse bound. No wonder the magic is so powerful.
Now, Amriel, as you do, you have, after your wings are retracted, okay, in your back where your wings sprout, you have an amethyst. Okay. You have a 6-inch cabochon amethyst gem embedded in your skin. It causes.
What is with me getting stuff embedded in my hand or in my body?
It causes you 0 discomfort, but it's a physical manifestation of your curse. It's a beneficial curse to you since you evidently fucking macked my damn shit. A 22 on a con save? Are you fucking kidding me?
No, my con.
It's not a dump stat. I know.
6. My con mod is a +6 for a saving throw.
The blacksmith is almost in tears.
Sorry about it.
Get out my shop.
I will give you the money. I don't have it now, but I will bring you 300 gold.
Get out my shop.
I'm sorry.
I need to get a chance to look at the orb.
I left. I'm not gonna stand there
I'm
while a
leaving.
grown man cries. Barrett, we might have just fucked up.
We might have.
As you leave, you can hear the blacksmith just break down.
I feel bad because now I feel like we stole it, even though he's the one that made the deal.
You guys did not.
Yeah.
You guys did not steal it. He gave you. There were 2 options to get that armor.
I know,
300
but I just feel bad. I feel like a thief.
Yeah, we might have seriously done fucked up. And there's something else that caught my attention in there, and I can't even get it.
Are you back over here with Zar and everybody?
Yes.
Zar peeks up. Goes, say what now?
We went to the blacksmith, and there was this, like, wing armor set, and I was like, hey, that's really cool. I kind of want to buy it. There were 2 things. Either I pay 300 gold for it, or we say the name on
Barrett
the armor.
slaps his hand to his face and goes, "You didn't."
Yeah, I say as I extend my wings.
Barrett looks at you and goes, "Who else saw you?"
It
Just
was
the
just
blacksmith.
me, Yabrana, and the blacksmith.
What other item had your interest?
There was an orb on a top shelf behind the counter.
I will go ahead.
It was an orb,
Put him away.
and I could tell just based on the magic it was conjuration.
Namriel, put him away.
I retract my wings.
He said that in just enough time because the barmaid was coming back around because everybody's on the outside patio. And fortunately, nobody else other than your immediate group saw your little display, but he was man on spot for making sure you had those bitches hid before their waitress came back. Barrett looks over at Zar. Barrett looks over at Zar and goes, "Where were these guys at? Did they live under a fucking rock?" Zar giggles.
I lived in the woods.
I haven't been living on this planet.
So, Zar is giggling like a mad woman. Barrett has his hands in his face. Mouse, who's actually Mac, and the 2 kids are just kind of like staring at y'all like you've lost your ever-loving fucking mind. As Alyssa is just trying to herd the kids into the Mac and the children into the inn. Them having finished their supper. So you were left outside with just Barrett and Zar. As Barrett looks over at Zar and goes, "Come on. Namriel, you're on kid duty until we get this straightened out."
Where are y'all going?
We're going to go. And I don't know how we're going to fix this. I have no fucking clue how we're going to. Just do me a favor. Can you do that for me?
What's the
What?
favor?
Go inside and go the fuck to sleep.
Fine.
All right.
Oh, I'm gonna give Zara back the bird for the nighttime because when we go for the final judging, I don't know if I can have the bird with me. And I give Alyssa Nicodemus.
Okay, you guys, Barrett takes a still giggling Czar lightly by the arm and goes, "Will you shut up, you fucking hyena, and help me fix this?" She is.
Wow.
Barrett,
She. Yeah, Numbriel.
there ain't no fucking fixing it. These are curse bound. Even
Not.
I can't remove.
Barrett takes his hands away from his face as he's holding on one on the Czar, and he digs his finger and he points it directly at you. He goes, "No, this is not a fix. This is a fucking emergency patch. This is a damn wad of cotton and an arrow hole. Okay, just go inside and go the fuck to sleep."
All right.
Fine.
Thank you. Is there anything else you guys need that I can grab before in the morning? Because we're going to get the fuck out of here real quick.
We still have to the judging.
That conjuration orb from the blacksmith.
We'll do our best.
I will give you the 29 or so gold that I have in my pocket.
That would be better.
There you go.
Barrett, do you pass it in a pouch or just the raw gold coins?
Say what?
Do you pass it in a pouch, in your money pouch? Do you pass it?
I hand it over. I hand a little money pouch over to him with all my gold in it.
Barrett nods.
Top shelf, right behind the blacksmith counter.
Quick question before I leave.
What?
Did you touch anything else?
I have not touched anything after that happened.
Okay.
Alyssa's gonna hold up her band on her arm.
No. That's perfectly fine. I was talking about any of the other objects in the cases.
Yeah, no, I figured, but she wouldn't grasp the difference because he said just touch anything else. And she's like,
Yeah, I know, and out of character, I know that, and you know that, but just for the sake, that's the whole reason why I did that whole thing. All right, so Barrett goes, good. He gets up, still with Czar's arm in his hand. She's still cackling, and they make their way to the blacksmith. You guys are still out front, in front of the inn. Alyssa is inside. The kids are inside. John and Vivi have long since been asleep. It's coming up to about, 11 o'clock. All the stores and everything are already shutting down. I am not going to make you guys. I'm not going to make you guys actually go in there and go to fuck to sleep. You guys are more than welcome to do whatever you would like to do, but it is getting late, and you guys have to get up and be there at the Malaysian by 12.
Okay. Question.
Yes.
At some point, I think we got a book about history, like overall history.
You do. You did.
I want to flip through it and see if that name rings any bells or there's any information on it.
Okay, so that would be, you have the physical book, so it's not a history. No, maybe that would be a history check.
History with advantage?
History with advantage because you have a book.
That's a nat 20.
Not that you fucking needed it. Okay, so there's an old story, an old bit of history about one of the last visible dragons going missing about 10, 12-ish years ago. They just walked one day and never returned. There was a lot of speculation about whether or not they'd been slain, but nobody came to claim the deed. Usually when a dragon goes missing, it's a big thing. Like I said, she wasn't like a She was dragon. She was a real dragon, but not a lot of people believe that she was a dragon. Mostly that they were in human form. So they didn't actually believe it. You know, she was very upfront about, hey, you know, what are you? I'm a dragon. And it was kind of like, you know, haha, they say they're a dragon. But nobody had ever seen her true shape. And a lot of people just discounted her. Thought she was just a crazy wild woman. She wasn't. She was a true and proper dragon. She was last seen about 10 or 12 years ago. Around in the area where you guys say that y'all are going to go, and where probably Singblade and Aramezis are staying. It's probably in the same area, same place as Carlisle, aka Lord Mequin. Same general area. So you do know that there was a amethyst or a purple dragon. No, her name wasn't recorded, and that's the only bit of myth or legend you can find of her. Just a weird thing. However, in the same time frame, there is mention of something odd that happened. And
Explain.
You piece together the pieces, because the next couple of articles talk about a mysterious sound that everybody remembers hearing. Some people described it like the toll of a bell. Other people said it sounded like somebody slamming a really big gong, but everybody remembers hearing it. Now, quick question. So your characters are well over 12 years old of age, right? I want you both to roll me history checks to see if you remember that instance. Or rather, Namriel, yeah, Brana, you wouldn't know about this because I don't think he's sharing any of it unless he's talking to you through Messenger.
I'm going to use my thing, because that's 2 nat 20s I'd be getting. Actually, no. Let me not use my advantage.
Namriel, you're not sure if that actually happened or not. You might have been asleep or doing something else.
Probably.
You don't know whether it's truth or bullshit or not. You don't actually remember it. I mean, you could have been sleeping at the time. You just don't know. Yabrana, where's your history roll? Oh, wait a minute. She wouldn't know about it. Are you telling Yabrana any of this?
Yeah, I'm asleep. You told me to go to bed. I followed order.
Okay.
I'm doing independent reading to try and figure out how bad I fucked up. Which is clearly pretty fucking bad.
Okay, so if you're going to do some independent reading, and I know that you read Penelope's Corner, would you like to search your memory for any instances of beautiful armor?
Fuck it, YOLO. That's a 20.
Oh, yeah, you remember that. And if you had taken a second to actually remember back to what you had read, you would have known why it's very important not to touch that bit of armor. It's kind of Nabrat's thing. It's the one main selling piece of the entire city. It's what allows places like them and the Malaysian to be so very well built and protected, is because it's a tourist location.
That's exactly why I didn't touch anything else in there, because I assumed there were a lot of really good things in those cases. That's exactly why I'm not touching anything else.
The name riddle is so well known, and the price of that armor is so well known, that the blacksmith literally thought you guys were just a bunch of, no name, just fame seekers. That's why there's such an annoying alarm on the case.
So I could have just crippled this entire town.
Let's see what Barrett comes up with. I don't know. Between him and Czar, they might be able to figure something out, but he Yeah, a little.
Remove curse upcast at 9th level. What would be the DC to
You
break the curse on these and you take them off?
you can't. It's an attuned curse. They'll fall off when you die. It's unbreakable.
Oh,
They're unless you cast wish.
well.
Unless you cast wish and get really fucking lucky, there's no removing those. Not even if you cut off your wings,
Are
the armor would respawn to your newly growing wings.
Hey, Arya,
I'm
didn't you
asleep.
happen to have? I'm talking out of character.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm asleep.
Didn't you happen to have a resurrection spell?
Not quite a resurrection spell. I have reincarnate. So I could kill you, but when I touch you to reincarnate you, you will come back as a different race. You will not be you anymore. You'll have the same soul, but not the same body or the same abilities.
Bronna,
I'll show you.
you're also forgetting your gift from your god where you can resurrect any dead thing, but you have to be in the presence of that dead thing.
Yeah, but wasn't that limited in scope?
Yeah, you have to be in the presence of the dead thing. The armor's not dead. The armor's alive and kicking and breathing. But if you could possibly find the
No,
location,
but I could be.
yeah, but it doesn't
That's
resurrect.
the-
It doesn't resurrect
That's
you
what
the
I
way you're
have.
thinking.
Oh wait, I didn't select that. Hold on.
It does. It's not a true resurrection, dude. You come back as like a zombie.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's what I was thinking. Now this one, reincarnate, that's what it does.
yeah, I already pulled the spell block for that. I just gotta find a really good mage and I can get rid of this armor.
I'm going to have you roll for the outcome of Barrett and Yar's fix.
You're fixing to have me roll for it?
I'm going to have you roll
Yep.
for it.
Fuck, what am I rolling? 20 or 100?
You're rolling 2d100s, and we're going to take the higher of the two.
66.
Okay. Would you like to know the outcome now or later?
Fuck it, now. Let me see how bad it is.
So, Barrett and Yar cobbled together a close proximity of the shape of the armor, and Barrett enchants it with a seeming. He kind of casts a longer prestidigitation, one that fixes itself to an armor. So he's basically magic shaped it into the semblance of the armor. Anybody that touches it will know for first off that it's not it, but through glass, it might fool people. There's about a 66% chance that it gets pulled off.
I'm not touching shit for the rest of the campaign. Besides that orb if he manages to get it.
He may, but unfortunately you won't know. They're still out when morning comes, and it looks like they are still going to be in there for a bit. Good news is that John has decided that he will absolutely watch over the other three and Alyssa while Barrett and Zara are gone. You guys, it's morning time. Normiel, did you sleep?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to say you both have a full night's rest. I know that we didn't do any sort of rolling, but just in case, make sure that all of your skill points and your spell slots and everything are reflective of a full rest, okay? You have about 4 hours until you're called for the competition. What would you like to do?
Is there a jewelry shop anywhere?
Yeah. That'd be this one right over here.
I'm gonna go browse.
You walk in, and there's a really pretty girl behind the counter. Early 20s, bright copper red hair. Freckles everywhere. She's just fucking adorable. As she greets you cheerily, it's like, how can I help you today, ma'am?
Just looking around. Got anything interesting?
I have a beautiful opal tiara. Or tiara. I said that wrong. Bit my tongue. Ow. I have a beautiful opal tiara.
No, I was thinking more of the ring variety.
No, we don't carry many rings here. Mostly it's
Well,
bracelets. Oh, please tell me what that was for.
I think you already know.
Oh, please,
stay quiet.
please tell me what that was for.
I think you already know.
I need you to tell me.
It was to try and get more information from my god. I think I've been disowned. Definitely think I got disowned for that one.
You reach out to Atrium, your god. You even stare longingly at the bracelet, wishing for answers. You get the vision of a shut and locked door. You hear the snick of the turn of the key.
Go away, ugly dog.
You will climb
Get the old tie.
into your plane and bring it to the ground.
You're unsure why, but you could hear snickers coming from behind the other side of the door. As your connection to the arcane closes. You hear a slight bring it home, bitch.
Alright. Got your ass.
Now, if you tell me that's not something that your character would say to your character, it's totally what
Oh, it
your
absolutely is.
Okay.
Oh, it absolutely is. You're not hearing shit from me. That's great.
Yeah, Brana, she only has necklaces, bracelets, and tiaras. There's a really pretty coil, pura coil coif that goes over your hair. Or coif. I'm not sure how to pronounce that.
Quaff.
Yeah, that's it.
I know it sounds terrible.
It don't sound right. But yes, they have a couple of those. They have like a case of loose gems, loose settings, bits, and parts of broken jewelry.
Real quick. Sorry to interrupt. To be fair, that nat 2 for what I just did is like fucking comical.
Yeah, you guys will have to give me just a second because I think I see a brown recluse on my wall and those things get smushed. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
Okay. Pick it up. Keep it as a pet.
No, not a brown recluse.
She knows I'm fucking with her.
Ah, got you, bitch. Almost, huh? There we go.
Guess I'm gonna go fuck around
Sorry about that, guys.
until the competition starts. get the statue, and disappear.
That's one kind of spider I do not let live, unfortunately. Those things, if they bite me, I could get like real sick.
I mean, yeah.
All right, sorry, Yabrana. My apologies.
It's all right. I'm just gonna look through the pieces of broken jewelry.
I mean, you see some that could be worked. I mean, you're a dwarf. I mean, working with your hands and with metal is like your thing. You can see a couple pieces that could be really worked into something beautiful, but it'd take time and tools you don't have. Unless you
I'll
did.
buy a couple pieces.
Okay.
What could 1 gold get me?
1 gold's gonna get you the whole fucking tray.
All right, I'll take the whole fucking tray.
You
I'm down to
have
4 gold.
you have a tray of gems, gold, silver, jewelry bits. It would be enough to put together, let's say, all right, roll me 2 d10s.
Okay, just a second.
All right, you have enough for 6 pieces of good jewelry, and you have enough for 5 pieces of exceptional jewelry.
Nice.
The woman thanks you for your patronage, smiles, put everything in a beautiful checkered bag, and wishes you a wonderful day.
All right, I put it right in my pack and thank her and leave.
Now, Muriel, you have free reign of the city. Is there anywhere you'd like to go?
Well, I kind of just like gave all my money away, so I really don't have anything left. Trying to get that fucking orb.
Okay, well, it doesn't look like Barrett Orzar is back. That probably took them a bit, and they're probably still working on it a little bit.
Oh no, with how big of a fuck up that was, I'm expecting them to take like fucking forever.
Okay, well, your fucking forever comes and goes as they give final call to please all contestants join them in the Malaysian.
Alrighty, I'm going.
Okay, so you guys can bring your entire crew, and how this works is that everybody enters the Malaysian based on when they arrive for the test. You guys were dead last, so everybody gets to go in before you. The competitors and their teams, all of their compatriots, and then your whole team can go. Barrett and Czar do make it in time to be seated. As finally, Sir nods at you all and says, "Welcome to the Malaysian," as he ushers you inside. Or at least to the door.
Oh my god. This is actually fixing to be scary. Oh, this place is massive.
Now, I'm sorry, I moved Sar's token up all the way up here, and he's supposed to be down here with you guys. Yeah, no, not the chest. Damn it. Get back. Get back. This one. Sir walks you guys in as he says, "Welcome to the Malaysian," as he lets you take your fill. And at the very front of the building are 2 golden lions. They're humongous. Each one is delicately carved. Full lions, full manes, and it looks like they can be articulated. It looks like they can move. The eyes,
That's cool.
The eyes in one are jet black. The eyes in the other one are fire red. Black on the left, red on the right. As you guys walk in, you can see that there's a reception desk, and at the very right side there, it looks like there's a lucky statue. At some point, it must have been like a panda bear, but it's wood, so it's been worn down to the point where it's kind of like got this weird shape on top of his head, so it doesn't look like a panda anymore. It's just kind of It's kind of warped where all the hands have kind of rubbed it for luck. There's an open doorway to your left where you guys can hear rambunctious talking. It sounds like there's a little bit of a party going on, or it might be an open bar. You're not entirely sure what's going on. You could hear a bartender holler for a waitress, so you assume it's a bar at the very front of it. You're not sure what's in there on the right. As you walk up, and there right in front of you are two statues of winged lions. The wings appear to be made out of platinum. The body appears to be made out of gold. Again, the eyes on the lion with wings to the left are jet black. The eyes of the lion to the right are fire red. In the center, there's an altar that appears to have golden wings sprouting from the inside of it, and in front of it is an offering plate that is absolutely full of gold, gems. You can see at a glance there's a pocket watch thrown in there. Looks like there's a set of dice. It is brimming with all kind of money, little good luck charms, trinkets, anything you could think of. And in front of the bowl is a single stick of incense that's lit. It smells delicate, like some sort of flower you've never smelled before. It's a nice smell. Sir leads you to the right as he says, "Please follow me." Vivi is awestruck. He's falling behind Sir like he can't put his eyes back in his head. And he can't. This is very opulent. Now, Marielle, are you coming inside?
I'm sorry. Where's the rest of them?
I'm sorry?
Y'all are all over here. I gotta figure it out.
All right, Sir leads you to a doorway as he says, "Your friends are inside waiting for you." You guys peek inside, I'm assuming, right?
Yep.
I go inside.
All right, you guys go inside, and you can see there's the desert man and his buddies. There's the redheaded dwarf and his people. You got John, Nicodemus, Alyssa, Mac and his siblings on the back table. But on the table to your left, you see that Barrett's brother is there, along with a cloaked man sitting beside Czar. The gentleman is older, very distinguished, and his cloak is of exceptional make and quality.
But that's a chair at the head of the table, right?
No, that's a piece of
Right
that's a piece of the rug. But as you go to walk away,
Oh.
Sir waves at you, says, "I'm so sorry, my lady. We must go to the finals."
Oh, I forgot. I was distracted. I saw my friends.
You will see them just as soon as the finals are over. They are to be fed copies of your dishes. They will be
Oh,
just
fine.
fine. Vivi is actually holding on to the back of Sir's armor as he walks. As you guys come to the finale room, and this room is, without a doubt, unbelievably spectacular. On the sides are planters, and those planters do not have soil in them. Oh no. There are crystals acting as soil, and you can hear the running of water as if there's a river underneath both of the plant beds. There is a statue, not of wood, not of metal, not of anything that you can tell off without touching it, of a almost life-sized young blue dragon. The lions here are present again. The one lines with wings. The one on the far left has jet black eyes. The one on the far right has ruby red eyes.
Archon's doing me good today.
At the table are your comrades and your teammates, or your competitors, and their teams, or teammates. You've got Ricky, Sans' goblins. You've got Lucy and his 2 imps. You have the blue dwarf and his 2 dryads. You have the gnome and his 2 friends. You've got Carlisle and his 2 buddies. There are 3 open chairs, but 2 of them are at one table and one of them is at another. The rug in the center is of a horned lion with gold eyes and a 3rd eye in the center. Those eyes are raised.
Creepy.
And they are gems embedded in the carpet.
That is terrifying.
In this center area where Sir walks as he waits for you to take your seats is a seat just for Sir. To the left is Caleb. To the right is Coda. And above them, on a raised dais, in front of a crystal clear aquarium with all different sort of fish and flora, set some faces you know and some faces you don't. Both of you do me a history check.
Well, I know that face.
So you recognize, who do you recognize?
The Lady Brianna.
Yep, you recognize Brianna. You both, go ahead and say, if Brianna recognizes him, Namriel, you'd recognize her too, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You recognize.
I'm using my advantage here. So that's a 25.
You recognize Funfala. She's the owner and operator of the Malaysian. Beside her is a distinguished man that neither of you have ever met. But beside him is Maester Micah, alive. Beside him,
could be an illusion.
Beside him is a exceptionally tall human in gold armor, but his helmet is down. Beside Brianna on the other side is a cloaked figure. You could tell they're dragonborn just because the gap between the cloak and the armbands. You could tell they're dragonborn, but they have a cloak pulled up over them, and they're wearing, I don't know if it's, you can't tell what color skin they have. It's anywhere between a muddy brown to a dark black. You're not sure.
So
Can we address the 22 Arcana I rolled when walking in here?
We can. Give me just a second. I'm almost done. Behind each of the tables where you guys have 3 open seats, there are shadows. The same shadows that have been following everybody and guarding everybody since the start of the competition. There are 6 per side. Kitty, please don't hork up a hairball on my clean clothes. Thank you. And in the center is the same chest that was being guarded outside. Namriel, you rolled Arcana. What were you checking for?
Just anything. Any, overly potent magic from anyone or any object, or really just anything.
You throw Arcana, trying to see what you get back, and you're immediately blinded by the amount of spells, sigils, held spells, all.
I know some of these shadows are holding spells. That's for damn sure.
All 6 of the people on the dais gleam in your magical sight. Lucy is gleaming just as bright as the guys are on the dais. Ricky's
I got a
gleaming.
question.
Ricky's gleaming a little bit. But the one thing you do notice at odds with everything else, Carlisle is completely dark. You get nothing from him.
Interesting.
Yes.
I got a.
What's your question? What's your question?
Never mind.
I don't mind questions. I like questions. The light and the cover of the everything that's embedded in here is impossible for you to pinpoint any specific location from any one single thing. It's everywhere. The people glow brighter, and the one glowing the brightest is a toss-up between Brianna and the guy in full plate armor on the far right. Everybody else is just a little bit dimmer, but only slightly.
The guy in the full plate armor, he said it was gold and his helmet was down, correct?
That is correct.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
Sir gets to his place and says, please choose your seats. Vivi looks at, because Yibi, where do I sit? I don't want to sit with the bad man.
I'm here with you, buddy. Here, I'll sit on this side. You sit over here. You sit across from me. Or would you prefer to sit on that side so he can't look at you?
I don't want him looking at me.
Okay, let's change spots then.
Okay. Just tell me when I need to take out the dagger, okay?
You don't need it. Don't worry. I'm here.
Namriel, you sit down next to the Infernals from Lucy and the blue-haired dwarf as Sir begins. Congratulations, everyone, for providing at least one dish for the competition. The competition was very fierce and our standards are extremely high. Let me go over again the rewards for the people, the team that take first place. First is a tenure here at the Malaysian. This tenure, it lasts for a year, and it includes all of your room and board, all of the amenities that we offer, and the best of everything in the culinary world. We get visitors from all over the continent and some from further away, even in these trying times. Nabrad is one of the biggest cities that's left, and we take that very seriously and very to heart. It also comes with a yearly stipend of 300 gold. Along with that, you will be giving a private butler and also personal maids for each of you. Your duties will be included but not limited to running of the kitchen, creating our new yearly menu, which will begin at the start of the new year, quality control, purchasing, and anything cook and kitchen related. Of course, I will be here to assist, and so will Lady Fonfala. This year we have a special edition. We have an antique that was graciously submitted to us as a reward for this tournament, this competition. And it will go to whoever places first. The dishes will be tried based on testing order. So the dishes that we will have will be from the gnome, the next one from the little kobolds team, the next one from the blue dwarf, then from the goblins team, then from the humans team, and then from the infernals team. They have in order 1 dish, 2 dish, 2 dish, 1 dish, 2 dish, and of course the kobolds team has 3. Our illustrious testers let me give them an introduction. At the head of the table, we have Lady Fonfala. She is the proprietress of the Malaysian. Lady Fonfala stands as Sir begins a round of applause. Lady Fonfala sits back in her chair. To her right, we have an esteemed guest. One that we are surprised and very grateful to have at our competition this year. We have the Lord Mequin, Vanquisher of Dragons, Hero of Mequin.
I make a small gagging sound that can't be heard past the table.
Roll stealth on that sound.
Hold on,
Not
I'm looking for it. Well, my stealth is. Oh, thank
You
God.
motherfucker.
Because my stealth's a -1.
Oh, you bitch.
Yabrana, you can make any sounds under your voice at the table and nobody can hear a fucking thing you said. That'll be active for any whispers for the rest of the time that you're in this room, okay? So,
Nice.
that was I've seen that's a -1 on that, okay? And that's a nat
I know.
that's a nat's fucking 20. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say, just say I'm using my stealth and nobody will hear shit. It only goes for verbal though, okay? Just so we're clear.
I get you.
All right. To Lady Fonfala's right, we have the Lady Brianna. She is a recurring guest for our tasting and has since she was 11. She has an extremely refined palate and is one of the most successful food critics in our region. Again, he gives a round of applause. Besides Lord Mequin, we have Maester Micah. He is a renowned wizard and sorcerer, and he is also one of the very lucky few that get a chance to be a recurring guest at our tastings. Please, a round of applause for Maester Micah. And there's general applause. Finally, the guests at the ends of our tables. We have mystery guests today, and for the suspense of it, we're not going to announce their names until after the competition is over. Just please know these two guests are some of the most exceptional, some of the most superb that we could find. Please give them a round of applause. Everybody claps politely. Ricky's looking dumbfounded because he knows. He's looking over at that table. He's looking back at you, Namriel. He's looking back over at that table, and he's doing the gesture with his hand, cutting across the neck, like frantically.
I'm just gonna, while I'm looking at him, I'm just gonna shake my head and use my chain shape feet and conjure a mask and a black cloak around my body.
Done, but let's roll for the chances somebody was actually looking at you as you were walking to the table. I'm pretty sure everybody was talking. There would have been some noise, so
that's a 23.
Dude, flawless. The only people that notice that you've changed are the people at your table, but nobody else. Because you're actually literally sitting at the table, but they just see that you put on a mask and you pulled your cloak tight. You might be chilly. Nobody thinks a thing about it. Coda.
Nice.
Sir says, I will allow sous chef Coda to begin with the description of the dishes. And if the teams would please come up while your dish is being tasted, if you could stand right there on the tiger, it'd be much appreciated. Please avoid the gems. The first of the night is going to be the gnome and his team. Please come forward. The gnome comes forward and he's got his lyre out, and he's strumming a little ballad, and you can't quite catch it, but it's like da 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 na 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 na
Jesus
na
Christ.
na, and
Terrible.
it's just a low strum. Just it's like he's just strumming to keep his hands busy and his brain occupied. As Coda, Sir now going up to stand beside the table, Caleb on the other side, and they're going to be presenting the dishes on the dais. Coda comes forward and says, "The gnomes team, is this correct, sir? Your team name is Strums a Lot?" The gnome nods excitedly. Team Strums a Lot has provided a singular dish. And this dish is a kumquat radish potash. Very off the wall, very unexpected, but very, very interesting in both flavor, texture, and appearance. As he flashes one of the dishes up where everybody can see, and he holds it so that the tables can take a look at it. It really just looks like a really good chopped salad with like fruit. It looks like a chopped fruit salad maybe, but then you can see the sprigs from the radishes, and it's glistening in some kind of overall like juice or maybe a dressing. It appears that the second that Coda sets the plate down, there appear to be enough for everyone on the small table that he has, and he begins passing them out to everybody that's still at the table. So you all get the same dish. Sir passes out half the one plate that you guys actually made, physically made, go to the first half of the table, and Caleb serves the other half of the table from that same dish. So they just kind of divide that dish up in thirds and puts it out. He does not have an accompanying drink. Would you guys like to taste the dish?
No.
I'm good.
You guys sit there with the dish in front of you. Vivi, however,
I'm not interested.
Vivi, however, does take a nibble, and his face turns sour, and he kind of gets a claw and starts rubbing in a nostril as he goes, "That wasn't very good." Yeah, achoo! Achoo! Okay, I'm okay. Not even a giggle. That was fucking funny. Fuck you guys. As everybody else tastes the food, fuck you both. That was funny. I even snorted, you bastards. Ow. And so everybody's tried the dish. The people at the front, just like the judges from before, they don't say anything until after everybody is done. But this time, they go around, and the judges are able to give one-word responses to the dish. It starts on this round from left to right. The cloaked figure speaks and goes, "Nut. Nut." That's the only word he said, is this not. The next one is Brianna, as she goes, "Interesting." Finfala takes a look at it and goes, "Refreshing." Lord Mequiden looks at it and goes, "Subpar." Micah's word is bland. The knight at the far end goes, "Tasty." Caleb thanks Team Strums a Lot as they go back to their seats.
I genuinely thought you were going to slip up and say the name of one of them.
I have a plan. Let me work the plan.
I genuinely thought you were gonna slip up.
Caleb says the next team up has 3 successful dishes. The first dish is crab rangoons with. Oh, you're going to remind me of the name of your drink for that. It's something peach. Peachy keen.
The peachy keen.
With
Didn't we just skip like 4 dishes?
No, they only had 1.
Because the people in between them and us didn't win.
No, that was Grandma. She got kicked out for cheating.
Yeah. And then the dwarf didn't make it either. So we're next. We're number 4.
Yep. If everyone would stand up and come to the front. Vivi comes to the front. He very gingerly walks around the eyes as he stands in front. And he says, now, correct me if I'm wrong, but your team was named Team Vivi, correct?
Correct.
Team Vivi has presented 3 dishes. 1, crab rangoons with peachy keen. Second dish is cool turtle soup and plum paradise. Isn't that right?
Mm-hmm.
The third dish is rainbow trout and coffee. Caleb sits each dish down as replicas of the dish begin. Sir takes each 3, divides them in 2, serves his side. Caleb serves the other side. There is a lot of noise. Unlike the first dish that was tested where it was like quiet other than Vivi having a sneeze attack, this time there's like a lot of oohs and ahs. And, ooh, that's nice. And ooh, where can I get that drink? That's a really good drink. Until everybody gets to the coffee.
Oh, God.
Oh, God. It's
Oh,
served
no.
to everybody. I didn't even think about that.
Oh, shit.
The coffee, unfortunately, is too much for the dryads that are part of the blue dwarfs party. They pass out. Ricky sips it, and there's like no reaction. Like Ricky's just stone fucking cold. The imps and Lucy are digging it. I mean, they're sitting there, they're getting hype up, they're getting amped up.
Ricky. As Ricky's taking that sip, I just shoot a bird at him.
Ricky, over the top of his cup, whispers, "Fuck you, bitch," and he takes another sip.
I use message on him and say, I heard that track flop.
Yeah, just wait till mine. This ain't nothing. Fucking punk. On the other side of the table, the gnomes are squirming in their seat. They really, really want to dance as the gnome bard begins to strum. Your favorite person, Carlisle, did not sip the coffee. Neither did his compatriots. As a matter of fact, they didn't try any of your dishes. They just sat there, arms crossed.
Fuckers.
On the panel, the reactions are varied. The cloaked figure on the far left is saying, oh yeah, that's a good shit. Brianna knows exactly what coffee this is as she cuts daggers at you and goes, she whispers it with her mouth only and goes, I'm telling Cookie. Fonfala is delicately sipping it, and she's almost having the same reaction that Caleb has. She's sipping it slowly, and she's rinsing her mouth with water. She's not spitting out. She's not that crass, but she's taking a sip of the coffee, then she's sipping water. She's taking a sip of the coffee, then she's sipping water. Lord Mequin is absolutely entranced by the coffee. He's very much a fan. Maester Micah didn't drink the coffee.
Bitch.
And the knight on the far right is drinking it. And he stops. He looks over at the person at the far left and goes, "No more." Once everything kind of settles down a little bit, you guys get your reactions. One word, but it's for all of your dishes that you've been presented, not just each one. The one at the far left, again, goes from left to right. The cloaked figure goes, "Epic." Brianna looks down at her plate, looks up and goes, "A journey." Funvala goes, "Exquisite." Mekman goes, "Delightful." Micah goes, "Trashy."
Dick. Remember, you can't hear me.
Yeah, he can't because you got that nat 20. And the nut at the end goes, "Heartwarming." Very heartwarming. Kayla says, "Please return to your seats." All right, so the dwarf and his druid companions are down for the count. They are escorted from the room by the shadows. They're down for the count. They can't do anything. But the blue man, the blue dwarf, is the next up as he comes up. As Caleb goes, "And your team was the Blue Lagoon, correct?" The dwarf nods. As he says, Caleb says, "This particular food has a slight twist to how it is served and prepared. Please allow the team a few moments, or the chef a few moments, to set everything up." The dwarf takes from his side a small satchel. In the satchel, he begins to pull things out. They're small to begin with, but then they get larger and larger and larger. There is a 4 foot by 4 foot. Basically, it's a grill top. It comes out as a half barrel with 4 legs, and there's a wire or a hose connected to the bottom of it. He pulls out what look like grill grates to put over the top of it. There is a barrel. It's a very odd looking barrel. It's not made of, well, it is made of wood, but it's covered in some kind of glue. It's very thick around it. You can barely see the wood for all the glue that's around it. As he puts the barrel down, he connects the hose to the barrel, and he says, "Observe." You could hear a tick, 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 tick a sound as he lights a match and drops it. In the basin, just blue flame explodes. Like it goes poof.
Oh.
And then quickly lowers to a gentle roiling flame. As Caleb brings down to his side a tray of kebabs. It looks like there's chicken with onions and mushrooms. There's a kebab with some sort of red meat and potatoes, and it looks like maybe their idea of corn, but it doesn't have like a hard cob. It's just kind of like you could eat the whole thing basically. And then one more skewer that has fruits. There's a banana slice. It looks like there's a slice of a pineapple, maybe a slice of a mango. As he grills each piece very quickly, because it's a very high heat, he grills it, he sears it, and the whole entire place begins to fill, 1, with smoke because he's cooking in an enclosed room, and 2, the smell of the cooking items, which is wonderful. It's mouthwatering. It's great to smell. And he makes just enough for the head table and the 2 plates for the head table and 1. So Caleb takes a plate, brings it back to the dice and sets it down, and then replicas are created. You guys have a chance to try this dish. What do you do?
I'm not trying anybody's dishes.
Yeah, I'm not either.
Vivi hoovers it. Vivi absolutely hoovers it. He's smacking. He's chittering. He really likes this. This is some really good stuff. Gibi, if you're not going to eat that, can I eat that? Because it's really good.
Yes, I let him have anything he wants. I want to amend my statement. I am going to try Carlisle's food.
Okay. So I mean, Vivi is just snarfing it down. There appears to be like a red sauce for the fruit dippers, and it smells great. Vivi tries it. He's very excited about it, and the round of judging comes up. The dwarf puts all this stuff back as the rounds begin. Again, left to right, cloaked figure goes, tasty. Brianna goes, messy. Funfala goes, interesting. Mequin goes, blasé. Maester Micah goes, adequate. And the gentleman on the far right goes, camp fare. As the blue dwarf is told to go back to his seat. Now let's see. Next up will be Carlisle and his group.
Yeah, I'll try his.
The next group is Carlisle, and the group's name was... Oh, I'm very sorry. We're the regulators.
It's fucking stupid.
And what exactly are you regulating?
That is fucking brilliant, and you can't say it's not. Okay.
Okay.
Stop that. All right. So, he goes on to describe the two dishes from Carlisle's group. One is the
What's all right? I'm allowed to be mean.
one is
Well, what exactly is it you're regulating? Whether or not you live? I say that last bit under my breath.
Carlisle. Do you mean for him to hear that?
No, that's not leaving even that. No, he ain't hearing that bit.
Okay, I see the stealth roll. You'll fine. Okay, so there's two dishes from the regulators team. The first one is the silk crab souffle. It is a delicate ramekin, and it is paired with a very, very bright pink drink. They don't have names for these. Unlike your team, they didn't name them. And the other dish is not any of the dishes that you heard Carlisle talk about outside of the tent. This next dish is a stuffed flower, or it's called stuffed flower. So it seems that the dish is eaten after a flame is applied to the tips of the flower bud to open it up. And on the inside is a very delicate floral cake. It is decorated insanely beautifully. Very intricate, very detailed. It's a beautiful dish. Caleb does the same thing he did to the other ones. He places everything down. That second dish did not have a drink with it, by the way. He places them down. There's enough, and they all get served at the table. Do you taste them?
Yeah, I'm gonna taste his dishes. I'm curious.
Yeah, I'll do it as well. Why not?
All right, so you guys try this silk crab souffle first. It's okay. I mean, the ingredients show their quality. It's all top fucking tier ingredients. The silk crab melts in your mouth like it's supposed to, but there's something missing. There's something really, really wrong with it. It looks the part, but it doesn't taste the part. Do you get what I'm saying? It's when you go for like a good tiramisu and you bite into it and you can taste like the fucking box chocolate.
Yeah, or you can taste the cocoa powder didn't like fuse with the mascarpone, and it's just powdery. Yeah, I get it.
It's like the eggs weren't completely done for the souffle. There might be a bit of shell on one of the bites that Namriel has. It's a beautiful dish executed very poorly.
You just had to do me dirty with the eggshell.
Maybe. The second dish that you guys try is the flour cake. So it's a beautiful opener. I mean, it would be like it's a very light cake. The decorations are superb. The flour that it sits in is this world's version of magnolia. So when it opens up, after you set fire to the very tip, it just has a quick burst of blue flame, and then it opens up. And inside is a very small little tea-sized cake. I mean, it's probably not 2 inches wide by 2 inches thick. It's just enough for a morsel bite. The decorations on it are beautifully intricate little flowers that have been piped on. The glaze is a sugar cream glaze. It looks exceptional, but when you go to taste it, again, it's prime ingredients, but something's off.
It's not poison, is it?
Make a medicine check.
Wouldn't put him past him to put everybody asleep and steal what he wants, knowing he can't win.
No, surprisingly, it's not poisoned. Time for the judges' reactions. The cloaked figure on the far left goes, awesome. Brianna goes, underdone. Funfala goes, beautiful. Mequin goes, outstanding. Maester Micro goes, superb. The knight on the end says, I abstain. They're directed back to their seats. The next dish up is Ricky's dish. Oh, come on, Carlisle. You get your ass in your seat, buddy. Ricky walks up and goes, don't even ask my team name. It's the Flash.
Of course it is.
As Caleb...
Well, because everything's undercooked? That I do say out loud.
Ricky has his hands behind his back because he's trying to be presentable. He flips you off with both hands behind his back. Everybody at the tables can see and gives a good chuckle. But Ricky doesn't make any physical movements to the front of him. The front, he's all business. As Caleb describes the dish. So Ricky had done a classic pot roast. But he used drake meat instead of regular beef. So that means that he actually brought a drake, myrtleated it, and cooked it. Caleb does the same thing. Everybody, their dais is served. You guys are served at the table. What do you do?
Nah. I'll abstain.
No, Marielle?
Nobody poses a threat to us but Carlisle, so because he bribed one of the judges.
Okay. What happened?
I need to know if you're going to try your buddy Ricky's dish.
I'll do it out of courtesy.
Vivi
He tried ours. I'm gonna do the same for him.
Vivi tries to, and it is a really good fucking pot roast. Like the drake meat, it's It's beef, but it's beefier than beef. It's like all the beef flavor kind of condensed in a really good beef chunk. The meat is tender. The vegetables, he has new potatoes, baby carrots. He has pearl onions and a very savory, dark brown gravy. It's delectable. Vivi licks his plate clean, grabs Jabrana's, licks her plate clean, and then kind of he's kind of stalking the table to see if anybody else isn't eating theirs. The only three that aren't eating theirs is the cultist and Carlisle, but he doesn't ask for their plates. He just kind of shakes his head down. He goes, I really like that. I got to try Drake too. I really like that. Ricky's a good cook. I really like that. Ricky, you're a good cook. Everybody kind of giggles.
Oh, lie to the damn bastard.
You broke up, Namriel.
I said, I was talking to Vivi. No, he's not. Don't lie to him.
I'm not lying. It was really good. Did you not try it? If you didn't try it, I totally want your bowl though. But you gotta try it. It was really good. He's a very good cook. Everybody gets around a good chuckles in. Ricky is currently still flipping you off behind the judge's back as we go for the details. The cloaked figure, again, left to right. Hearty. Brianna goes, delicious. Fanfala goes, common. Lord Meckwin goes, acceptable. Micah goes, very tasty. And the last, the knight at the very end goes, seconds. Ricky swaggers to his seat, but he doesn't go around the opposite. He comes down by you, not Namriel, and he goes to swat you. What do you do? It is just know it is a playful swat.
It's a what? Oh, playful.
Nightmare, you broke up again real bad for me, babe. You're going to repeat all of that.
Give me just a second.
Okay.
Is that any better?
Yes.
I said I'll playfully pop him in the head.
His head is about your waist height, so you guys kind of do the squabble thing back and forth. That gets a roaring laugh as he goes around and sits back down. Last but not least is Lucy. Lucy gets up and his guys go, and he's like, firebenders. Caleb gives a good chuckle and goes, understandable, as he presents the two dishes that Lucy and his team provided. The first one is Szechuan chicken, hot fire style. I don't know if y'all have ever had Szechuan chicken, like real Szechuan chicken.
Probably not.
The second dish is spiced pork ramen. Caleb passes them out. Coda and Sir pass them. Everybody gets the dish to try. Would you guys like to try Lucy's dish?
No.
Nah.
Vivi absolutely digs right on in. And immediately he regrets it. The Szechuan chicken, fire style, is just that. The Szechuan chicken is chicken that is coated in hot sauce, battered in cornstarch, and deep fried with Thai chilies and rock sugar. And then it's taken up and a sauce is made of various spices, hot chilies, and is set to the side. The chicken is then deep fried again with more peppers and is put in the sauce. It is ungodly hot. Vivi takes one bite and goes, ah, la, 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 la. And he reaches for the water because he had talk. Yeah. He's holding out his tongue and goes, ah. He can't, He's gobbling the water that's in the water jug. He even reaches for the cultist's water. He doesn't care. He's grabbing every bit of water that he can find. Here's Damon Dennis.
Push my glass over to him too.
He's got his tongue hanging out, and his tongue is bright red. He goes, he finally gets enough water. Everybody else at the table is not touching the chicken. Then comes the ramen.
I mean, I want to try it
Awesome.
because I'm a dwarf.
Yes, please try it.
Okay, I'm gonna try it.
You take, how big of a spoonful do you try? Do you go like all hog, or
I would say I'd say moderate, like not small but not gigantic.
roll a Constitution saving throw?
Is that going to be with advantage?
Yeah, you're a dwarf. Absolutely, with advantage. Sorry, I should have said that first.
Didn't even need it.
This tastes like home cooking to you. You don't
All of it.
you don't even see what the big problem is. As you dig in, everybody's seeing the two opposite reactions that you guys are having. They're seeing Vivi fucking crying over there from the heat, and they're seeing you gobble it down like it's fucking cereal out of a bowl. And that prompts your entire table to try it, including Carlisle and his group that haven't tried anything yet. There are hurried calls for milk and more water to the table, which is automatically brought by the guys. Everybody, there's snot running down noses, there's tears streaming down faces, and it's not only from your table. Numriel, your table completely abstained from the first dish. Nobody tried it. The blue dwarf didn't try it. Ricky damn sure didn't try it. Bronna, your table is dying over there as you look up and you can glance at the table. So Brianna is 6 shades paler than what she was before, and she's a pretty pale chick, so that's very pale. Fonfala is fanning her face with a very intricate and golden fan. Lord Mequin is coughing and trying to delicately sip at the water where you can see he's trying not to guzzle it. Micah abstained, the knight abstained, but the gentleman on the far left in the cloak is gobbling it like you are. Just spoon after spoon after spoon after spoon. The next dish is the fiery ramen. Vivi says no. Nobody else at your table is going to try it, Yabrana. Everybody else at Namriel's table does try. So that'd be the dwarf and Ricky. They try the ramen. Namriel, what would you like to do? Yabrana, what would you like to do?
I'm going to try it.
I'm going to hail the bowl.
Okay, so you guys don't have to do Constitution saving throws because Lucy can actually make a perfectly spiced dish. Yabrana, it tastes a little bland to you after you just had the Szechuan chicken, but it's got a really good flavor to it. The noodles are springy. The broth is nice, bright. You can definitely tell that there's a tare in there too. There's a definite.
I'm going to speak up to the table and say, it's safe to eat this, y'all. I promise.
Vivi looks at you and goes, is that going to burn my tongue again?
It won't.
Okay. And he begins to eat. And he's like, oh, that actually helps my tongue. Oh, thank you, Yibi. So he begins to eating it, and everybody else tries a bite, except for Carlisle and his Goonies. The gnome, the small gnomes guys, they really like it. Judging round, left to right. Cloak, perfection. Brianna, not for me. Fonfala. Spicy. Mequin. Unedible. Micah. Disgusting. The nut at the end. Mid. And that is the last.
Said mid.
That is the last of the competitors. The judges say, please excuse us. We will not leave the room, but we will enact a zone of silence. Please feel free to talk amongst yourselves as we deliberate our final decision. As Caleb, of all people, is the one that claps his hands, and a orb right there where the dais is encloses everybody that's in there, and that's everybody that's up there. So right, probably where the edge of the fish tank is, all the way down to the circle that's right there in front of the lion ram, all the way up. There is now a bubble in there. You can no longer hear anything that's being said, and the conversation is a conversation. You can see that everybody's talking and gesturing. What do you do?
I'm just gonna relax. See if I can get some coffee.
The shadows behind you here, but they don't move. So that's probably a no. Carlisle.
Sad face.
Carlisle relaxes back, but Yibi gets up. Not Yibi. Vivi gets up. Sorry, you brown. Vivi gets up and he goes to right there in front of where Lucy and Ricky and Namriel are, and he just starts talking about how much he loved the food, and he's just going on. Lucy is again just as he's enthralled by Vivi, so he talks to him, and so does Ricky. Ricky is constantly throwing you dirty looks, Namriel.
I lift the mask slightly and blow out in a way that looks like an F.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, Ricky definitely notices and mouths, blonde fucker.
JJ.
You want to fight? Wait till we get out of here.
Yeah, with my winnings, bitch.
Children.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, if you want to win a knife to your chest, okay, but
I am going to tell your girlfriend on you.
ain't my damn girlfriend. And besides, I hate everyone here.
And besides, you owe me a favor. You owe me a favor.
And I won't be on. End up in prison.
It takes about 30 minutes, and the bubble slowly comes down. Sarah comes back to the center and says, we've reached her decision.
Ruh-roh.
Would all the competitors please stand?
I'm gonna come over and stand by Vivi.
Everybody else stands up. Sir says in third place, with one of the most spectacular shows of cookery that we've seen in a long time, is the Blue Dwarf. Blue Dwarf stands up, gives a deep bow, and says, thank you all. In second place, with a record number of 3 dishes, is Vivi's team. Vivi is ecstatic. He starts jumping up and down. He said, Yivi, we did it. Yivi, we did it. 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 I did second. I did so good. We did it. We did so good.
You did a great job.
Yay. And he starts like bouncing around, and everybody is
And
laughing.
I'm death staring at the panel.
I'm death staring Carlisle.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, thank you for the pizza.
You're welcome.
I ate almost half of it.
I ate all but 2 slices of mine.
For some reason, I was starving.
No,
How
I
the
know.
you
I was fucking hungry too. Like I ate all of that but 2 pieces.
Oh, wow. Well, I ate at least half.
Okay. Oh, I love you. We're right here at the finale.
All right, love you.
Love you too.
Have fun.
Yeah. Hey,
First place.
shush dogs.
I'm happy to announce is Team Regulators. Please come to the front and collect your reward. Carlisle throws a shit-eating grin at all of you and steps up to Sir.
It's easy to win when it's rigged.
I say that out loud.
Ubrana, do you both say that at the same time?
Yeah.
You both are stood up and you both say at the same time, it's easy to win when it's rigged. The gentleman, Lord Meckwin, stands up and says, how dare you say...
We got a zone of truth. We heard it all.
That's a bluff. It's a hell of a bluff. I'm not saying that out loud, by the way. I'm talking to you.
Oh, I know. I want to see if he'll shut up over it.
Ask every single person that is sitting in this room right now who should have won.
Namriel, you have a choice to make here.
What?
Roll a history check.
Shit.
Never mind, you don't
Shit.
get it.
Did he not use his bonus earlier, though?
He didn't use his luck bonus earlier, but know this, if you roll another 8, that's a nat 1 on that.
You're talking about with Sir's Religion to Dragons. Should I do it, Arya?
I don't know, because here's the thing. They said they would handle Carlisle. But I also feel if we don't make some kind of kerfluffle, just the little bit that we did, I think is enough to voice our displeasure without seeming overly rude. You know what I mean? I don't think it would benefit us to distance any of these people. And he said that they had plans to deal with it. They knew about the bribes.
And from where I'm standing, he is Sir is definitely within message reach. And if I use distant spell, I can actually reach him with message.
I would not try to influence him. I honestly would like to see how it's going to play out with what they had planned.
I'm
wondering.
I'm not gonna force his hand.
Yeah, I would say we'll let it go.
Yeah, well, let's just run with what we got right now.
Lady Funfala stands and goes, you actually do have the truth of it. As she turns and gestures which is why I've invited our special guests. Give me a moment.
A special guest?
Our special guests. As the knight rips off his armor and the cloak figure rips off his,
Do it.
you hear gasps all along the room as two of the most famous, as two of the most integral parts of the recent mythos of this entire continent reveal themselves. It's Lord Slingblade and Lord Aramazus. As they
I'm
look
gonna
at
kneel.
I kneel down as well.
Vivi goes, "What are we doing?"
I let I pull the mask and hood of my cloak down so that he can actually see the very bright scales.
Yeah. And sorry I interrupted you.
No, you're absolutely fine. As Singblade and Aramazus rip off their concealments, they both look at Lord Mequin and go, "Imposter, thief, liar, slaver." Mequin goes, "Fuck you both." As he summons... Hold on. Did I not put that in the right layer? Fuck me running. Come on. As he summons an ancient white dragon in the center of the room, it sends the cultists flying backwards. You guys, do me a Constitution saving throw.
So the white dragon isn't dead.
You said a con?
Yeah, con save. No. I'm so sorry. This is a physical force, so you guys could either choose dexterity or strength or acrobatics. Anything physical. I'm so sorry.
My strength is the highest. Oh!
13.
Oh.
You're dead.
Yabrana, you have nothing behind you. You go flying. Vivi is actually kneeling beside you. Do you grab onto him and take him with you, or do you not grab onto him?
I'm not grabbing onto him, because if I fly, I'm not pulling him with me.
You
That'd be fucked up.
You slam into the wall behind you. Please do 1d10 of force damage. Numriel, you do 1d10 of force damage halved.
Am I conscious?
You are conscious.
I'm gonna yell out, "Keep the statue away from him." Hopefully somebody knows what that means, by the way.
Sir is disappeared. It looks like he may be crushed underneath the white dragon. Singblade and Aramazus jump off the dais to flank the dragon as Micah gets behind Lord Mequin and casts a dimension door. It is forming as we speak, as the dragon roars so loud that the windows of the Malaysian shatter. Everybody is screaming, everybody's running. The shadows, two of the shadows come up and flank Singblade and Aramazus. It looks like they're getting ready for combat. Lucy steps up. Ricky does not step up. Ricky comes back here. The blue dwarf comes back here. Where's Ricky at? Ricky's all the way up here. Carlisle is in the center laughing. What do you do?
I don't think it'd be investigation. What should I roll? Can I tell if the dragon's here of its own free will?
Oh, that's a good one to roll.
Insight?
Insight would be good, but Arcana would be better to see if there's a spell on it.
Can I do both?
You can.
Guess we both doing them.
Yabrana, with your insight check, you look up and you notice that the same kind of band that's on Alyssa's arm is around the dragon's neck.
Oh, that fucking shit. Oh God, I'm gonna do something. Yeah, we're not in combat, right?
You're not in combat yet.
I'm okay. So I'm free to move.
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna go up to Vivi. I'm going to tell him to give me the knife. I'm going to take some of his blood and surreptitiously get all of my ingredients together, and I'm going to see if I can jump on that dragon.
It takes you about 30 seconds to do all that. The knife does not respond. All he says, he said, gives you one word in your head. I'm not going to say that word out loud. I'll text it to you later, okay?
Okay.
That allows you to
Am I
nick.
able...
You want some help
Okay.
getting on top of the dragon?
Yeah.
It takes you 30
I'm
seconds to mix together the mixture.
Okay.
Should I pull my wings out with that armor on?
Whatever gets me on top of the dragon, enough that I can rub this on that ring.
I'm gonna walk over, extend my wings fully, and let and as soon as the mixture's done, let Arya jump on my back, and I'm flying her up to the collar.
Absolutely. You're absolutely able to carry Yabrana with ease. Yabrana, you have a hastily mixed mixture. The mixture absorbed the amethyst, but you have everything else still. It is in the flask that the moon water was in, so you just poured everything into the flask with the moon water. The amethyst dissolved.
Yes.
You have that. It's 30 seconds. Nightmare. It takes you 10 seconds to get Yabrana up in the crink between where the dragon's neck is. You can see that Aramazes has pulled out his battle sword and Singblade has 2 daggers. But these daggers, Namriel, catch your eye, and I'll reply on that in a minute. Yabrana, you are right there on top of the dragon. What do you do? Namriel has you.
I'm going to take the mixture and I'm going to spread it as much across. Like, I don't care. He can flap me, whatever. I'm going to try and spread as much across that ring as I can reach. That Namriel can move me around however much that mixture will spread.
I'm not gonna drop you on top of the dragon because that will go bad. You said that's what, an ancient?
Ancient white dragon. That is correct.
Ancients are over 10,000 years old, I think.
That is also correct.
That means he's intelligent and he knows that I'm not attacking him.
Yes, but he also might attack just because of the collar.
Quite possibly.
Yabrana, as you're spreading that on the collar, you and Namriel see that Carlisle is opened the chest and has grabbed the statue. He is also casting Dimension Door.
Somebody grab the fucking statue.
I shout Draconic at Singblade. Stop Carlisle, please. Do not let him get away with that statue.
Roll persuasion or whatever you want to roll, but roll me something.
Use your fucking luck roll if it's bad. Oh, that's good.
That's pain. I shout, I will explain everything later. Stop him.
Singblade turns around and goes to stab Carlisle. Singblade is knocked off his feet as his father, Mequin, screams, "Not my son!" as he hurls a fireball at Singblade. The fireball hits him mid-chest, just as the tip of his dagger nicks Carlisle's chest. Singblade is thrown backwards into Lucy, into the infernals, into the table.
Carlisle just dropped me.
With my free hand, I'm gonna take my Dragon's Breath short sword and fling it full force at Carlisle.
Absolutely. I need you to roll me the attack roll on that.
That's a natural 20.
Holy shit.
impale his ass to that wall.
Two
Like, to
things.
where he...
Yeah, the intent's not a bunch of damage, it's to stop him.
It's not to do the damage, it's to pin him so he cannot go anywhere.
Two things happen at once. You are successful. Your dragon's wrath goes through his shoulder, incapacitating his arm that's holding the statue as the statue drops to the floor. However, the dimension door is already open. The force of your stab takes your dagger and Carlisle through the dimension door as it snicks shut. Maester Micah snatches the back of Lord Mequin's jacket and pulls him into his dimension door. Wicked, the dragon that you've just smeared that liquid on, the bracelet begins to dissolve, but not before the dragon begins a series of thrashes. Everybody roll initiative.
And this is, wait. I'm trying to help.
Where's my initiative? Dice.
That's what I'm looking for, is my initiative. There it is. I'm trying to help. I'm trying to help you, sir. I'm trying to help. That's all I'm saying the whole time. I'm holding on to the thing as it dissolves because I'm not going to grab onto the scales.
I'm speaking in Draconic too. We are trying to help you.
Guys, can you guys think of anything that you might have that could get through this dragon right now before I roll his initiative?
What?
Anything that can get through to him.
I reminded you guys of something last episode, and I'm not going to remind you again.
I got Alana's glove.
I will give you guys a 60-second timer. Beginning
You can't
now.
put me on the spot like that. I don't even remember the last session.
It's not the... It wouldn't be the fish scale.
Okay, what do I have on me? Bag of holding, setting stone, wrapped packages. That was the meat that I got. That I got to take that out. That's already done. Shit. All we have is a rainbow scale.
Guys, roll me history checks real fucking quick.
Okay, hold on. I gotta switch back to the thingy. I was looking at stuff.
Fuck,
Okay,
that's...
hold on. History. Where's my history? Check?
That's a natural 20.
No fucking way.
Nightmare,
That's a natural 20.
Nightmare,
Oh, look.
you had a dream.
What was the dream?
That's all you're giving me?
You had a dream of somebody that gave you something.
Nightmare.
And what did he give you in that dream?
He gave me something. It was a thing I could use later. He wasn't specific about it, but
Well, pull it out.
he gave me a boon or something that I could use in the future. Not a boon, but you get what I'm saying.
Okay, so how do you want to activate that boon?
I'm going to full contact with a dragon, and I'm gonna say his name 3 times.
Here we go. Sam.
And I say it where Stingblade can hear me.
I need you to say him, Pumpkin.
You gotta say that. You gotta say it. Physically say the words.
Oh. Should I say... I gotta remember what I even... knocked through. I'm using the actual dragon name.
You hear a clap as thunder explodes above your heads as a shaft of gold lightning pierces the ceiling and envelops you all in a golden aura. as you start burning from the inside like you've touched the sun. You hear in your voice, in your head, your father's voice. Speak.
You granted me a boon, and I'd like to redeem it. Help us with this ancient dragon.
Done. Nightmare, I need you to roll me a D100.
Oh, shit. That's a 61.
Is the band gone around his neck?
You can't tell.
Correct.
Everything's glowing. You can't tell.
For everyone else, it would be blinding, but my character was raised around this stuff. I mean, before here, he lived in the damn sun, so...
Namriel, you can see the white dragon, the dragon that's right there before you. Their head turns to you as everything around you calms. It's as if time has stopped. And the dragon goes, "Why?
Say again, you just cut out really bad.
Why?"
We were trying to help you.
He wasn't doing it of his own free will.
We were trying to free you.
Yes.
Am I still dangling?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, I was just wondering. I'm just curious.
Yes, but why? You smell of family, small one. Why hide what you are?
I don't know. I guess in some way it lets me feel a little bit closer to everyone else than staying in my dragon form.
My dragon form has done nothing for me.
So you cut out again.
My dragon form has done nothing for me, so I see the how of it and the why. I leave now. Tell your friend I said thank you. Before
I will.
I shall see you both again soon.
What's your name? At least part of it.
The dragon doesn't respond. Your Brana, you could feel a violent shaking. Just a violent shaking as the dragon...
I let go.
You fall to the floor. You're really high up, at least 25 feet. There's a hole in the ceiling. Let's say the dragon's another 10 feet. You're going to take some fall damage here.
I think it's 2d10, 2d10 per...
10
Or
feet.
1d10.
Right, 1d10 per
Yeah.
10 feet. So you're about 30 feet. Oh, that might...
3d...
It's a 3d10.
That's a 3d10. What's your max HP?
Like 97.
Okay, so you take 21 points of fall damage. You land and the wind is completely knocked out of you as the white dragon takes its wings and busts open the rest of the ceiling of the Malaysian as they fly away. The entire place before you guys is an absolute shit show.
I'm running for the statue that fell on the floor.
It went through the portal.
It did
No, he dropped
not.
the statue and he went through the portal.
He dropped the statue.
The statue's on the floor.
Yeah, statue's on the floor.
Okay.
I'm
I thought
grabbing
you... The force knocked him and the statue through the portal.
No, your blade went through his shoulder,
He
causing him to
specifically said he
drop
dropped it.
the thing. But the force of your throw put your sword and him through the dimension door. The statue is on the ground. Carlisle is no longer in the room. His father and Lord Mequin and Maester Micah is no longer in the room. The room is in complete and utter chaos. Sir is unconscious, and he is absolutely fucked up.
Sorry. He
there's-
got stomped by the fucking dragon.
There's blood
Okay.
just pooling.
Matt-
Okay, so
I got this.
there's a lot of people within reach. Namriel, who do you target?
Who are the 6 most injured? And then I'm gonna go back through and use 5 more sorcery points to double cast it, so I can target 12 people. Who are the most injured?
I need you to do a quick and dirty medicine check for me. And I need you to do just a general one. You're looking for stuff like broken limbs, or
It's a dirty 20.
that'll work. Ubrana.
I'm
Ubrana's
going
hurt.
straight for Sir.
Okay. Funfala.
13 points.
Oh. You guys are making sure he's well and good, huh? All right, hold on.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hold on. So Singblade is hurt. Ricky is really bad hurt.
I'm getting to.
One of the cultists is actually deceased. That was enough to kill
Oh,
them.
I got this too. Where's the cultist?
The one with the red X over him. The blue dwarf is fine. The gnomes are fine. Brianna actually jumped into the fish tank that did not shatter at the dragon scream. And she's not the only one that jumped in there. It looks like the shadows must have pulled Brianna and Caleb and Coda in there. Funfala's hurt. Sir is messed the fuck up. Singblade's injured, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 with Ubrana, 5 with Ricky. You can only see 5, Namriel, that need immediate assistance.
Do I have a diamond in my pouch?
You do
If
not.
I can only see 5, worry about
Okay.
burning second spell slot or the 5 sorcery points. I'm just gonna go ahead and heal those 5.
Okay, so you're able to stabilize Sir for Ubrana's greater restoration to hit. Ubrana, you saw a bowl out front with gems and shit. If you go check it, you might be able to find one in there.
Oh yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go look, but I only got a minute, so I have 60 seconds to check. So let's just assume I ran there. Take 15 seconds. Do I scan anything useful?
You
Let's
grab.
investigate.
I would suggest you grab the whole bowl and run it back and try it regardless. Then
Okay. Grab the whole bowl, and I'm gonna run it back, and I'm gonna try it regardless. I'm
Okay.
just gonna dump all of the gems.
Um.
I know I just pissed off a god though.
Dump it, select the bowl.
Oh wait, they're all dead. Never mind. I didn't piss any of them off.
Okay. So
well, besides 3.
your revivify works. The cultist is now
Tying
breathing.
that bitch up.
Done. Survival check or a wilderness check just to see how well the bonds are. Namriel, you stabilize Singblade, you stabilize Ricky, you stabilize Ubrana. Ubrana, you get those hit points back. You're going to be the second roll. I think it's a 13.
And then I'll target myself and get my hit points back too.
Okay.
Since we only had 5 out of 6.
Okay.
And question, wait a second. Nothing's gone wrong.
What do you
The
mean?
fucking statue. We haven't
Nothing
had
has
to.
gone wrong. We have casted multiple strong magics. Even though they were healing magics, we still always got some kind of weird thing that happened, even if it wasn't detrimental to the magic itself.
Yes.
Just
But
ran
nothing's gone wrong.
so
wrong
you,
magic spells.
so you guys can infer what from the fact that that happened?
There is a god present.
Or at least there is a
Or the-
vessel.
There's a piece of a god present. I'm holding it in my hand.
Yes.
The statue.
Correct.
Which is not spirit, but
It's a piece of the whole.
yeah.
Have you-
Statue's the spirit. Carlisle's the conduit.
Oh no, that's not his conduit. He's got his conduit. Oh no, he's got his orb. I'm sorry, that is his conduit. My apologies. He's got his orb at
Yeah.
his base.
Yeah.
You guys can have his conduit. And that is correct. If spells fucked up around Carlisle, then he wasn't the main part. If the orb is corrupted, that wasn't the main part. The statue is the main part. The statue
The
that you're
statue
holding,
is the main part.
would you like to look at it?
Yes. But we're going to have to end soon because I have inventory in the morning.
I know. The statue that you're holding is one of a pillow. It's crude and ugly, and you notice that there's a crack along the outside of it, and there seems to be something glistening from within.
Okay. Can I, like, how big's the crack?
It's a pretty big crack. It was dropped, so it's cracked. I mean, there's a big
Can I
chunk.
get my fingers in and see if I can pull whatever's glistening out?
Yeah, just telling you try.
I'm going to try it.
The outer coating of the statue falls away, as inside there is a very tiny, smaller statue. This statue is of a mother panther with her body curled up around her kittens, and her body makes a closed loop because she is biting her tail.
Okay, did anybody see me?
Namriel, what's your passive perception, Namriel? I know it's pretty high. Namriel would have definitely seen you. Everybody else is still in either shock. The two cultists, the one that you revived, Vivi noticed.
That's fine. I'm putting it in my chest.
The fun pocket?
Yes.
Duly noted. As everybody is just scrambling, Brianna is trying to get out of the fish tank. The shadows are helping her. Kodo and Caleb are already out. You know, the shadows are trying to help them. The shadows are all the way around everybody trying to help. Brianna, your shadow is right behind you. The one of the young man that you saw up the tree. As he pats your shoulder and whispers to you, "Good job." As there's another shadow that comes up behind maybe the shadows are interspersed. They're all out. They're all
Did
helping.
he say good job or duck?
Good job.
Okay, I thought so, but I moved and something rattled, so I didn't hear it.
As all of this chaos is going on and everything that's happened, you all hear from the depths of your soul a deep ringing bong.
Oh, shit.
It's enough to rattle your bones. And it comes with...
It's the thing from the gong that you'd said earlier.
And it comes with a bone-deep, chilling fear. And that's where we're going to have to stop for the night.
It's begun.
Yeah, I wanted to go figure out before we end.
Okay,
We can say something real quick. I'm getting stuff ready for a shower.
Yeah, absolutely. Nightmare, what you need?
I was gonna run to Barrett and see if they got it.
You can't. The room's been barricaded. You can't leave. When all that
Barricaded by what?
the shadows, the shadow warriors. The room's been barricaded from the inside. You're going to have at least 2 or 3 people to move the thing. When everything went down, the first thing the shadow guys did was try to get as many people to safety as possible, and they locked down the room. You can hear people on the outside banging, trying to get in. You could actually hear Barrett trying to get into the room, but unless that door is breached, you're going to wait for somebody to help you unlock that door. It's locked. It's barred.
I can.
You can what?
I can blow it open.
You risk hurting people on the other side of the door. Do you want to do that?
Don't do that. Don't do that. They're going to
Give me-
open the door soon.
Give me just a second. I might actually have a workaround for that.
The threat's been eliminated. There's no need.
And you can hear your friends trying to get into you. They'll make it. It's just going to take them some time.
My phone's going to die. Kisses.
Mine is
Sorry,
too. Mine's
see if I
only
can
on
find my
7%.
iPhone charger.
It'll be all right. We can go ahead and end it.
No, it's fine. I was just letting you know that my phone's at 7%. I don't know where my charger is. I'm going to have to steal the one out of my car.
Okay.
I'm stealing my own charger from
Namriel,
myself.
just so you know, so that way you're not like anxious about it before we go to our next session, which will be Sunday, I hope. They did get the orb for you, but you may not want to pay the cost of it, but they did get it.
Yeah.
Thoughts, compliments, criticisms, concerns, or complaints about tonight's session?
No, I had fun. I thought it was great.
For a minute, I genuinely thought you were going to try to kill us.
I couldn't. Okay, so you remember how he was said to be like this great hero, the younger Lord Mechlin Carlisle, because they drug the scales and limbs of a dragon through the city streets to show that they had killed it? Obviously, they didn't.
That was his
So my
dad.
first instinct was, oh, sorry, Lord Mechlin the Older. So obviously he didn't kill it. He fucking kidnapped it and twisted it to his own purpose. And if it's the same dragon that we saved in the last campaign, it's just going to make him hate people again.
I think we might have actually got that covered by trying to save him instead of trying to.
Maybe. Depends on how pissed he is. Jake, out of the laundry room.
He did also say that his dragon form never really got him in any position either.
Yeah. Well, we'll have to see. But yeah, I gotta run out to my car and get my charger. I love you guys.
Love you too.
All right, well-
All right, so that's where we're going to end this session.
It'll
Yes.
probably be 7:40 when I get home Sunday.
Hey,
So if we want to do like an hour
yeah,
run,
no.
we can. But I think I'm working most Sundays right now.
Well, yeah, you got the
Whenever's
stuff.
fine. My vacation's about to start.
All right, I'm going to end the stream right here. Say goodnight, guys.
Good night.